Hi everyone, today's video topic is how to be confident getting Instagram pictures in public. Okay, this can definitely be awkward. And I think that a lot of people have different blockages as for why this is something that can be awkward for them specifically. Like it could be introversion, such as myself. It could be social anxiety. I feel like I have a little bit of that too. But either way, I have some tips, some tricks, some little bits of advice I think could be helpful, or at least put a new perspective on things for when you are trying to accomplish this task. First little fiddle bit of advice I have for you is a very elementary concept, but it is that practice makes perfect. The more you put yourself out there into these potentially uncomfortable circumstances, the easier it's going to get. You have to get out of your comfort zone in order to reach your growth zone. Mind you, it is completely okay to take baby steps out of your comfort zone before you can get to that point of feeling secure within different environments. For example, when I first started out getting pictures, I only ever took photos in my home and in my backyard, and then eventually I worked my way out. And I believe my first public space photo shoot session was at the park. And the park was a great option to start out with because it has a lot of open space and there was better chances for me to set up my photo shoot location in a place where no one else was likely to get involved with what I was doing, for lack of a better wording, even though they still did. So you can't really escape it once you go out into these public spaces. But there are certain things you can do to best prepare yourself and also best motivate yourself to go out there and do what needs to be done for the gram and for all that you're trying to accomplish as a content creator. One thing that can be a huge source of inspiration for myself anyway is to wear an outfit that you truly feel deserves a background worth going out to get. A lot of us who have that aspiration to become content creators have an appreciation for fashion. And when you get that outfit together with the accessories and the shoes, and it is just a whole vibe, you need to get that background to go with that serve. Because you don't want to have that fire outfit just have a meh background. I'm not saying photos with a blank background of just a wall in your house can't have their moment, because sometimes that is all you need and it works. But when you know a certain look will serve 10 times harder with the right background, that's when your love for the game has got to be bigger than your fears or discomfort. Hilary Duff once taught us in A Cinderella Story to never let the fear of striking out keep us from playing the game. You have to know that bringing the most fire content that you can comes from a short time period of being in public where things can be somewhat awkward, but that photo you get is going to last. It's going to be on your Instagram page. It's going to help build your social media portfolio and your social media presence. The return that you get from posting stellar quality has to be worth those brief moments of being out in public and doing something that's not quote unquote normal. Another thing I want to mention before moving on to the next thing is that even though I spoke about how the situation can be awkward when people are walking by as you're getting photos of yourself, you don't want for awkwardness to show up in your photos. So you really do have to be good at presenting confidence, and you really just need 2 seconds of confidence to be captured by your camera, like boom, and then bam, you a confident glowing baddie bitch on Instagram. Another thing that you can do is go to a familiar location at a time in which you know less people will be present. I feel like a lot of people who are introverted or have social anxiety, we're likely to do this almost without even thinking about it because we just don't like those crowds. And we will regularly live our life in a way that limits our exposure to greater numbers of people. But if you know of a time of the day or a day in the week in which a certain location that you want to get pictures in is going to be less busy, that would be your chance and prime time to go. There are times when I forget to do this, and then when I get to my location, I wish I had remembered, but it's okay, we deal. The next tip that I'm going to give, and this is honestly a really big one, I think this has been the biggest game changer for me when it comes to going out and getting pictures, and that is to get yourself into the right mindset for what you're about to experience. As an example, I'm going to walk you through my mindset process with our last photo shoot session. So for my last photo shoot session, I had 2 different locations in my mind for where I wanted to go. And as I was heading to location number 1, I thought to myself, okay, I'll go to location number 1, suss it out. If I like anything there and I'm comfortable enough to shoot, I'll shoot there. if I need to go to location 2, which was a hotel, and I'm not sure if the workers or management will be okay with me shooting, I can always simply show up as my best self and respectfully ask. And then my brain was like, also in the mall, same thing. If someone comes up to me, tries to talk to me, asks me any sort of question, all I have to do is show up as my kind, loving, beautiful, brilliant self and know that I'm a good person who is just doing what she loves. And I can kindly and respectfully engage with others while also not overstepping my own boundaries. For all of us going out and getting pictures, by doing what we love and showing up as our best self, if anyone sees us doing that, our presence and our aura in any of those situations is a light. And that light can only impact those who come in contact with us or see us for the better. I know that I personally have been curt with people who have interrupted me as I have gone out to get pictures. And that's because my mindset was along the lines of, I don't want to be bothered. I hope no one tries to talk to me. I just want to get my pictures and then get out. But when I took that time to check myself and set my mind at ease, I was able to go into getting my pictures thinking, I can properly, professionally, respectfully handle anything that comes my way. I mentioned this on Instagram in a caption, and some people commented different terminology that this could fall under. The first term is exposure therapy, which is an excellent technique that can be used to help in easing anxiety. Exposure therapy occurs when an individual is exposed to a feared object, activity, or situation while in a safe environment. During exposure therapy, a person is guided through the process of confronting whatever causes their anxiety. There are 3 different kinds of exposure therapy: in vivo, meaning in life; imaginal, in which you envision the process; and flooding, which genuinely sounds like a form of torture, but that is when the fearful individual is exposed to the most anxiety-provoking situation they can identify right away, based on the idea that fear could only last for so long, and the individual therefore becomes exhausted by the situation, and so their anxiety decreases. Tough love. And the second term was envisioning, in which you imagine the process of what you are about to experience. No matter what word you want to use, the most important thing is the ability for you to ease your mind, ease your anxieties, and show up as your best self, which can 100% be delivered with a quiet confidence. Before wrapping up this video, I do want to mention the comments that I got from others while getting pictures, because there's a mix of reactions you can get, and I literally got the spectrum of positive, negative, and neutral comments from people walking by. And I just want everyone who goes out to get pictures to know that it is possible for you to get a range of comments from passerbys. I definitely got a lot of positive comments from young middle school, high school kids, and those in the community with mental disabilities, which I really appreciated. They were all so sweet. They were all saying I look pretty, and that was really nice. I had 2 middle-aged women talking to each other, and one commented, "That's so sad," as she passed by me, giving very much hating on what the young kids are into these days with their tripods and selfies, and of course also the real internalized issue that women have been taught for many years that they are not allowed to thrive. And so sometimes when older women see a younger girl or woman thriving, they think it's something they need to reprimand instead of celebrate. But yeah, that comment definitely didn't stop me from doing what I was doing, because I stayed doing it. Yeah, she just passed by really quick and I was able to carry on. So I just wanted to include that, because if you are someone who perhaps will be more sensitive to those kinds of comments, I just want to let it be known that it is possible that those comments may happen on the side, but all you need to do is stay in your light and stay glowing and remain your lovely, beautiful, wonderful self that you are. If anyone else has any other methods for having confidence when going out to get pictures, feel free to leave your 2 cents in the comment section down below. And thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope I was able to help you guys out, and hopefully I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Till next time, bye!